Yeah, the Tony Stark and Thor storylines have so many similarities. There really are great parallels, so let's break it down. They're two of the most cocky Avengers, but that makes sense because they know the power that each one wields. They were both born into royalty, both born to kingdoms where they had all the resource and all the opportunity to do whatever they needed to do. And they were both being groomed to be heroes and leaders by their father. But both of them have their first big failure when it comes to the idea of war. Thor became unworthy because he chose war over diplomacy and peace. And Tony has to endure an exile and injury because of his own weapons of warfare that he built and paid for. But both of the heroes learn their lesson about warfare and join the Avengers to fight for peace. Both of them have on and off again relationships with women who lead their industry. And they touch on their addiction more in the comic books, but both of them have the compulsive addictive personalities. But the biggest difference in the story arc is that Tony gets to choose his sacrifices a little more often than Thor does. In Thor's story arc, it's always taken from him. They both lose their parents, but Thor's brother is taken from him, his kingdom is taken from him, and repeatedly his dignity as he has 3 different major failures fighting Thanos. And Thor wants to be the hero who can perform the snap, but even that opportunity is taken from him. His arc is less about free will and choice and more about dealing with the consequences of how life has hurt him. And even when he finally kills Thanos, it's too little too late. I do think that the Thor story arc, where he's repeatedly dealing with sadness and trauma and disaster, I think it hits a little harder, and we do see him go through depression and rebound and become a hero once again.